Today, I want to show you my number one strategy for making sure that my ball pythons eat.
Proper royals.
Hey, it's Adam at Proper Royals. Thank you for joining me today. Cheers to you wherever you are. If you get value, you enjoy this video, you learn something, help me out with a like and a subscribe. Always, feeding is the biggest topic that either comes across in my questions to me, on my Facebook page, on the pages that I'm a member of, the Morph Market community. So today I want to show you my number one strategy for making sure that my ball pythons eat. And why I'm sitting here on a bended knee down low is it's this little contraption right here and this setup that I have right here. The number one reason why a ball python won't eat is because they don't think a frozen, thawed rat is a rat. Why don't they think it's a rat? Well, a ball python has very little sensory ability other than two things: smell and their heat pits, okay? Most of the time when a ball python won't eat, they don't totally ignore the food. They look at it, they're checking it out. There's something that they want about it. Am I speaking the truth? How many times have you dangled a rat and it looks like it's gonna take, it looks like it's gonna go, and you sit there and you shake it like crazy? It smells it, but its heat sensors don't match it up. It doesn't trigger that instinct. The problem is how we heat our rats. What you want is a fully heated, throughout, consistently heated rat. I run restaurants, so let me use a food analogy for you. If you were cooking a piece of meat, which this is for this rat, they want a fully cooked, thoroughly, nicely roasted piece of meat. Or imagine a slow cooked pot roast, something all the way through. Not a charred Pittsburgh rare ribeye that's burnt on the outside and hot on the outside and still cold and raw in the middle. If they don't think that this thing is alive and real, they're not going to eat it. I want to show you the steps that I take to ensure a thorough warm-up of the rat. Step one, pull your rats the day before and thaw them in the fridge. Don't thaw them at room temperature. Thaw them in the fridge a full 24 hours. Set yourself up a little Tupperware Glad container that's just for rats. Thaw them under refrigeration for 24 hours. After 24 hours, they're fully thawed throughout. You've already now made sure that you've got a good baseline to get a consistent temperature inside that rat. The next thing I do, pull them out, and I use one of these big hides as a food tray, and I lay them out for room temperature, okay? I leave them out at room temperature for between 1 hour and 2 hours, and I do it right near the snake tubs. You want that smell going, you want them saying, okay, here's the first component, I smell that rat, now I'm gonna see it and heat sense it, and I'm gonna go get this thing. Now comes actually heating it. Something that I do, and I don't recommend this, you have to decide this on your own because it's potentially dangerous. These oil heaters, they heat very slowly in consistency. They don't ramp way up and pop way down. So if you see, I actually keep a ceramic bowl of water up on the top of the register. That helps with the ambient humidity in the room. But when I go to feed my rats, I actually use this very thick, durable plastic, and I will set them actually right on the top. Every heating plan that I've ever seen on the internet only focuses on heat from the top. This is gonna bring your rats up to temperature underneath slowly. This won't get hotter than about 90 degrees on top of here, okay? That's the good news. This is never melted. You see it's still smooth. But again, how you use a heater is up to you, okay? Then what I do is this contraption, which is what I highly, highly recommend. It's my number one secret for making sure that my snakes eat. I took an old step stool, and credit to Chris Hardwick, because this part I stole from one of his videos. I had to figure out the details on my own, which I'm going to show you right now. I use a reptile heat lamp. The bulb that I use is a 60 watt CHE. You could get hotter bulbs. You're going to heat it too fast, and either the outside's going to be too hot or you're going to start exploding rodents. Let me tell you, you don't want to explode rodents. Slow and steady is how you're going to heat them. You've left it out for about an hour. You've put it on your register for 15, 20 minutes. You're monitoring the whole time with your heat gun, the temperature that they're at, and then I slide the rats right under. 15 minutes under here at this distance. This handle is just perfect up here. 15 minutes under here and the rats are ready to go. You'll get their heads right at about 110 to 112 to 115. When their heads are reading that and the rest of their body is right in that same range, just under it, you're ready to go. Put it in front of the rat or in front of the snake immediately. You will incite a strike, I promise you. Getting that rat thoroughly heated, doing this so slowly from the time you thaw it overnight to leaving it room temperature to putting it on a register to putting it under intense heat with a 60-watt CHE bulb ensures that that rat is heated up thoroughly all the way through consistently. Now it smells like a rat and it has the heat signature to look like a rat. Knowing how to feed your snakes and how to get them to eat consistently is going to help you in this hobby, and it'll help you fast and bring you great fulfillment so you're not stuck dealing with how they eat or don't eat. Check out these videos right here for all kinds of information on care, feeding, the whole hobby. And when you do, you're going to help me and Charlie feed our ball python addiction.